Good afternoon, families, faculty, and classmates. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone to the graduation of the York Prep Class of 2023. My name is Ryan Workowski, and I've been a student at York Prep since 6th grade. Graduates, it is finally over. Even now, I can still vividly remember the first day of school at York, all the way back in 2016. My shy 10-year-old self walking into homeroom in 318 and meeting all of my new classmates, many of whom sit here today. Along the way, much has changed, whether it's personal development, new additions to our school, or the world we live in. But one constant has always remained, and that is the welcoming and inviting sense of community that has been instilled in our grade since day one. From those very first moments, I knew that I was in a place conducive to growth and success, and fortunately, I was right. Throughout our time here, we've been able to rely on each other if we ever needed help. We all pushed ourselves to bring out the very best in all of us, so I would like to thank everyone for that. Spending these formative years together has built strong bonds that will last a lifetime. To my 10-year-old self, standing up in front of this huge group of people would have been my worst nightmare. Although it still kind of is, I feel as if my 7 years at York has prepared me for this moment and beyond. Sometimes, school may seem fraught with impractical content, but that frame of mind does not encompass the entire goal of education, which is to train your mind in the classroom so that you have the proper skills and knowledge for the future. In that vein, the faculty and curriculum of York has greatly succeeded, providing us with the tools to go into the real world and the mentorship necessary to excel through programs such as Jumpstart. We received the perfect amount of assistance. For example, when I would run to the library to see Ms. Pashko in the mornings after panicking over the integral of ln on my homework. Yeah. But we were also given the appropriate amount of independence, a vital life skill. We were often left to use only our own resourcefulness to solve problems, especially in physics class, where asking a question during a test would only elicit a small smile from Dr. Reese. Outside of the classroom, we could pursue any intellectual curiosity that intrigued us, like in the Scholars Program with Ms. Umansky and Dr. Davis, both of whom also helped teach us the craft of writing. I'm thankful to all the teachers here who instilled values of curiosity, discipline, and honesty. Speaking of honesty, I would also like to thank ChatGPT for our English section. But in addition to scholarly pursuits, sports offered once-in-a-lifetime experiences and formed a close-knit community, whether it was through the early morning baseball practices with Coach Turry, the long bus rides to the industrial wasteland of Randall's Island and the farthest reaches of Brooklyn, or uniting to heckle the other team's pitcher. I would also like to especially thank our headmaster, Mr. Stewart, for his leadership and congratulate him on his retirement. One of the pivotal moments in my personal evolution was my interview with Mr. Stewart before entering the 6th grade. It began my trajectory from a shy little kid to a now semi-capable adult, so it is something I will forever be grateful for. I know he has had the same impact on the lives of many others as well. But none of us could have done any of this without our family. Mom, thank you for always having my back and providing resolute direction and discipline. And Dad, for your steady advice and limitless wise knowledge. I also want to express my deepest gratitude to my grandparents, aunts, and uncles, and yes, even my brother and sister. On behalf of the entire graduating class, I would like to extend thanks to all families. Not only does our family construct our foundation as people, they teach invaluable life lessons and provide their unwavering support while guiding us through the stages of childhood. Over the years, we accumulated numerous memories to reminisce over, including the trip to DC or the antics over Zoom school. One thing I can say is that I never felt alone, whether socially, academically, or while going through grueling processes like college admissions with Miss Rooney. But now it is the time to apply these experiences to the future. A long time ago, in elementary school, I once heard my friend tell someone, "You should feel lucky that you're a person. You could have been a worm." At the time, I remember just thinking of it as another funny insult. But recently, when this moment resurfaced in my memory, I realized that this sentiment is actually something I often think of to put things in perspective or to motivate myself. I'll relay some facts relevant to this discussion. The scholarly consensus is that human history began around 192,000 years ago. In that time span, 109 billion people have lived and died, which is to me an incomprehensibly high number. For millennia, the singular focus of the lives of most was merely to survive. Although this is still the bleak truth for some parts of the world, we are fortunate enough to live in a time and place that provides opportunity to accomplish more, and we've been given education to hasten the process. For the most part, we are equipped with the ability to pursue whatever we choose, allowing us to carve out our own unique impact on the world and our surroundings. When considered with the fullest context, the probability of this chance being afforded to us is nearly zero. But by what measure can we assess our fulfillment of this promise? Many would say it's about where you end up, but that only leads to a perpetual longing for more. Instead, the best way to utilize the opportunity presented is to experience all the world has to offer and focus on the journey rather than the destination. All I ask of you is to not waste this extraordinary chance. But for now, it is time to celebrate this momentous occasion. Congratulations, and thank you.